Demon Bluff. As far as I know, this is the world's only... It's the only, like, deduction game that is completely one player. And I'm not talking deduction like LA Noire. I'm talking Among Us. You gotta find out who's guilty through half-truths and sometimes hints that aren't any helpful. And I love this game. I've played this before. I've played in early access. This is a new early access, new build, with a good couple surprises in there I've seen. I'll explain them when we get there. So I'm just gonna start in standard. They do have some different modes. I don't think these two were in the last one, but maybe endless was. But we'll just do standard for now. We'll just you know, start with the classic. All right, there are 2 evils among all characters. Find and kill them. So you see your current deck, and each character has a special ability, including the bad guys here. So this guy, he can corrupt a villager. Now, a villager, each type of villager has a job that they do. However, if they're corrupt, then they're going to lie. That doesn't mean that they're evil, that means that they're lying. The bad guys here, though, the demons, will lie, and they disguise themselves as another villager. So there could be 2 slayers, for example. And they each have a different ability, so... I always like to... Oh my god, there's a draw mode? That's so cool. I always like to start at the top. One evil adjacent. So what she's saying is that one of these 2 are demons. Like he also corrupts people, so... Alright, so first thing with the knight. The knight cannot die. She's really powerful. So when you go to execute someone, you can execute the demons. If she's good, she can't die. But because she was a demon in disguise, we killed her. So 1 card away from the closest evil. Brother, you are telling the truth. How do I get how to... Oh. Sorry. I forget real quick. There is a way. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so we can also mark them. And I'll mark this guy as 1 because I know for a fact that he's chill. He told the truth there. Let's see. I'm gonna see if she's lying. Pick 3 characters, learn a random outcast among them. So some characters have, by the way, some characters have abilities that you learn when you unlock them. Some of them you have to do the ability. They're active abilities. She says there are no outcasts, so she's pretty sus. So we'll use the Plague Doctor. He will take... For one, he corrupts the character, which is bad, obviously. But he also has the ability to pick a... If I pick a corrupted character, he will tell me where an evil character is. He says 4 is not corrupted, which means she's probably pretty evil. So I'm going to take this chance to show off another ability. The Slayer here. I pick a character, and if the character is evil, he will kill them. Alright, there we go. And it's pretty... It gets a little more complicated, but it's not too bad. Okay. Alright, so normally you unlock all these characters, so because I've played before, I don't think my progress was reset. So let me tell you, the Drunk, he will disguise himself, and he is corrupted, much like a demon. But he is not evil, he's just a drunkard. Yeah, so he's pretty bad, but you know, what are you gonna do? The Puppeteer is interesting. He kind of acts normal, but he turns one adjacent villager next to him into a puppet, who is evil, but does not lie. So, if I find him, I find the puppet, and vice versa. The Witch means I can't reveal the last card, but if I kill the Witch, then I can. And, okay, she introduces a day-night cycle. After so many reveals, it becomes night, and she will kill off someone. Now, if I remember correctly, she can kill off one of these guys, but it's, like, really hard to do. So, see, like this. He could not kill them, which means that they're that I've never seen that interaction. That's really interesting, actually. Okay, so he actually killed a demon. Cannot be revealed. I don't know which demon, but I know for a fact you're telling the truth because Ford cannot be even more of a real knight. You are 3 cards away from a corrupted character, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. And there's actually a symbol if you hover over it for a little bit that'll tell you who they're talking about. Now, we don't know where the puppet is, but I know this can't be true, actually. Because the puppet will always be next to the puppeteer. Number 9 is a real architect. Closest evil is counterclockwise. I mean, could be these two. Let's... Okay, could not kill number 1. That means you could be corrupted. Right side's more evil. But you could also be evil. So... Now, with little information, I think we just have to go off what people are saying and start killing. So... Okay, so they're a witch, which means that 9 is not a real architect. Which means... puppeteer. And so if that's the puppeteer, that is likely the puppet. Close evil is counterclockwise. I mean, that's true. Now, you know what? I was going to say, if there are, say, 1 on either side in equal distance, she will say equidistant. However, can't be because of the knight. So she's chill. You're still a little sus, but I'm thinking you might be the drunk. And if this guy was lying, but the right side is more evil, I'm thinking the evil has to be maybe over here. I mean, come on, I'm that good, guys. I like to think I'm pretty good at the game. So we've ascended, which means it'll be a little bit harder from now on, I think. Number 6 is a real bombardier. Well, now the bombardier sucks because a demon can be an outcast. But if I killed the bombardier and they are not a demon, I lose. So, you know. First things first. Alright. First things first. If you're a knight, then prove yourself to me in combat. You couldn't do it, so... And because the puppet has to be nearby, bam, you're done. I guess I should look at who I have. Okay. Okay. Ascensions don't increase the difficulty in the game? Oh, okay. So what exactly does the Ascension do? Also, I'm Ascension 14. I assume that saved over from the last early access thing I played. Also, hi. I'm sorry, Luchocus? If I'm mispronouncing that, please let me know. But bear with me, I am a little stupid. It's just an increasing number to make you feel better? Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start talking. We have the Rambler here. This is based on... This is based on Northern Lion, who is one of the 2 streamers who are now partnered with the game. Northern Lion and Ludwig are now partnered with the game. And... they turned NL into... They turned him into the Rambler, which means he just says something, which is always really funny to me. Oh, whoops. Here we go. So let's see if we can find him in here. There we go. Don't feed the hand that bites. Now, I'm pretty sure... I don't know this for a fact, but I've seen a couple clips posted both by the devs and him that confirm that some of the lines, at least... are actual lines that he says at some point. I don't know if they all are, but I'm going to assume they are. So thank you, NL. This evil is clockwise, okay. Only one pair of evils. So that means that the two evils are next to each other. Which can happen. One card from the closest evil. Between 1, 2, and 3, there is an outcast, minion, and villager. Now that's just straight up not true. But you could be corrupted. So we'll put some sus on you. Feed the hand that bites. It's so funny. So he's interesting. So he doesn't have an outright ability. Exactly. But if I choose someone, for example, the judge, I can learn if a character is lying. If the person I choose is lying, they tell him to shut the fuck up, which I find really funny. So let's see. I mean, let's test it. Number 8, shut up! And they get him to shut the fuck up. So, you know, to look at the deck a lot. It's been a hot minute. This is my first time playing since I think the last early access test build. So I'm trying to familiarize myself a bit. So first of all, let's just... Okay, couldn't kill number 5. Could mean corrupted. Okay, so if they were lying, we have that confirmed from... Unless Northern Line's corrupted. Either way. Okay, they were corrupted. He's probably corrupted. Okay. In deck view to board. Oh, really? Is there... Oh, there is. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Okay. I've unlocked his skin. Click to close it. I can't click to close it. Okay. Whatever. Okay. So... They were corrupted. Only one pair of evil. That would imply that that NL has to be evil. I just don't think that's going to be the case. And we just start killing. I feel like, and I'm gonna talk about what I think. I think they're not corrupted. The Puka is here, corrupting these two, and the Poisoner corrupted this guy. That's... I mean, okay, that feels good. That feels pretty good. Yes, I've unlocked Northern Line, thank you. So we have the Doppelganger, who will disguise themselves just for fun. They're not evil. They just means that there can be a duplicate. There is the Shaman, which also means that there can be a duplicate. And the Puka again. So, more corrupted. 4 or 5 is a Shaman. Okay. Okay, if she's dizzy, that means she's evil or corrupted. I'm gonna go ahead and just... Every time. Okay, that means you're lying, bro. And because she's dizzy, I'm gonna go ahead and just say bam. Easy does it. Also, hi, Luchos. Hope you're doing well. We're dealing with a fair amount of corrupted. 6, 8, and 9 is an outcast, a minion, and a villager. That's just straight up not true. So, because the Plague Doctor does not disguise himself. Okay, so tell me, are they corrupted? They're not corrupted. So unless you're corrupted, then they're evil. So this person and this person are corrupted. I guess I don't need that, actually. You're chill. Plague Doctor... Oh, Plague Doctor cannot get corrupted. Really? Huh. Okay. We do have the Shaman, so 2 Slayers are possible. However, you know, 2 evils adjacent. It's possible. I want to see if you're telling the truth. Okay, you're telling the truth. There is evil. Specify they corrupt villagers. I guess that's true, yeah. I guess my only... I don't know how to look at the whole thing. I guess my only thing is that I'm pretty sure some other characters... Like, I'm pretty sure NL's character says he can be corrupted, right? Oh, wow. Oh, no, okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood this one. He silenced the character who picked him as lying. Okay, not that he's corrupted to start lying. Gotcha, okay. Oh, I apparently have to restart, okay. So the witness will just tell us if someone was affected by an evil. That means they could die, that means they could be corrupted, a bunch of stuff like that. 4, 7, and 8. Oh, also the wretch is not evil, but is registered as evil to other characters. So 4, 7, and 8. Okay, I'm starting to think you're telling the truth. This is looking pretty truthful to me. So I'm thinking one of you is corrupted. And if 8 was affected by evil, that would mean that you're the... Okay. Okay. That means you were lying. But... it's possible that... Oh, okay, well, first of all, you're good. You're chill. 9 could be a real witness, but I'm not sure. When a roll is among them and one that is not. If lies, both mentioned rolls are fake. Keep trying to press escape to leave that menu. Okay, that tells me that one of you two is bad. Oh, the 50-50. Okay. Okay, so they were corrupted. Okay. So the Chancellor, he will create an outcast role, basically. But he will always be next to one. You can't die? Prove it. Alright, idiot. Okay, something tells me that one of these two... 9 is good. I know your ass ain't telling the truth, but you could be the drunk. Because I don't know who that is there. Number 4 is good. Okay. These guys keep trying to be the knight, but they don't have the smoke. You're the original baker, that's true. Because if they're lying, that they say I was a baker. Or another role. So you're true. You're true. If you are lost, simply remember where you are. That's, you know what? Good point. Which, to me, says that it's one of these 3. If you're telling the truth, they're corrupted, which means they could be the drunk. That means you're the villain. Aha! I really like this game. I love deduction. The drunk. I don't like the drunk. This guy can cure corruptions, but he cannot cure the drunk. Which is unfortunate, but... 6 or 8 is a poisoner. 7 is good. Okay, you're chill. You're good in my book. 7 is good. You're chill. That means you would have to be a poisoner. You couldn't. Okay, see, you two are sus. You're one card away from a corrupted character. Could be them. Okay, no, they're chill actually. Okay. I cured 0 corruption is always a truthful statement? Okay. You know what? Now you mention it, I guess that would be a truthful statement. Because you can't lie and say, I did cure none, but then actually cure none. You know what? That's a good point. It's my bad. I'm the GOAT. That was a close one, actually. Cured 1 corruption. Cured 0 corruption. So this is always a truthful statement. That's a good point. Original Baker. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Huh. There's not a lot to go off of here. Doppelganger. So you cured 1 corruption. Which means that maybe one of these two. Could be this one's not corrupted because it's the original Baker. Okay. So that means to me. And okay, so if the Puka corrupts someone. Oh wait, I can. Well, I know this person's gonna be lying. It doesn't really matter. But I'll go ahead and do it anyways. Because this person either corrupted the Puka. These two could be corrupted. Yeah, a random villager roll. So these two could easily be lying. We even have an architect and a medium. Yes, okay. So they could be lying, they could not be. Which tells me it's a 50-50, I'll be honest. And if you cured 1 corruption, this person's telling the truth. It has to be one of these two, yeah, so. Oh, the 50-50. Oh. The Countess Guide is a villager currently in play. Okay. Fiber A is a puppeteer. So this guy will just give you random information. Demons cannot disguise as a villager currently in play. They cannot double claim a good character. They couldn't disguise as Baker. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. Because I've definitely seen a demon disguise as one of these guys. Unless you mean that the ones in play are the ones here. In which case, I've also definitely seen duplicates. So I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. Alright, Fiverr A is a puppeteer. Now you're saying false. And you have someone backing you up, which they could both be lying, but in play it means the board, not the... Okay, yeah, so that's what I thought, but I've also definitely seen a demon disguised as another character who was already in... Like, I've definitely seen, like, I don't know, 2 fortune tellers. No, I mean, it could have been the previous version, but I definitely have. I definitely have seen that. They could have updated that to make it less confusing, but... Sure. A Lilith or a drunk. Okay. One, 5, and 7. I guess I kind of just have to start going. Also, I think they killed Northern Lion. I don't really have... I mean, until I kill someone, I don't think I have a lot of information to go off of. Deal 2 damage to me. How did I take another 2 damage? Okay. So you are telling the truth. You are likely telling the truth, which means you are likely telling the truth. You are telling the truth. You are not telling the truth. I guess you are telling the truth because of that, yeah. I went through 2 night cycles. I thought the damage only happened if they killed the villager. No characters were affected by you. Okay. No corrupted characters. That's... I mean, unless the outcast is... Because the boss spawns an outcast. Or hides one in the deck, which means I could draw them. You're likely true. Killing a character. Yes, I thought that... Okay, so I thought the Lilith killed a character which did the damage. I didn't realize they were 2 separate things. I thought it was like a chain reaction deal. What I see now. 2, 4, and 8. Minion, villager, and outcast. Okay, well then let's... There are 3 evils. Now, brother, that's just straight up not true. Now you could be a drunk. But if you're 1 card away from the closest evil... Okay. You were telling the truth. 2, 4, and 8. But both of you are saying the same thing. Okay. I guess we'll just go top to bottom. There are no corrupted characters. That is true. Ah, I see. I see what you mean. Yeah, I thought it was a chain reaction kind of thing with the abilities. No evil adjacent to you. I'm inclined to believe that. There are 2 evils. There are 2 evils. So both of you are saying the same thing, which to me says that either you're both lying or you're both telling the truth. Okay. Okay. Then you 2 are clear, obviously. You're clear because both of these are good, which means we're at another 50-50. Oh, interesting. I didn't know they reset. I'll have to test that. I've never considered that. Okay. Got a lot going on here. If you close your eyes, things become hard to see. So true. So true. Okay. Yes. Okay, so you're telling the truth. Because this person, while not evil, people think they're evil. Ah, I see. No, you're right. Okay. So they didn't kill anyone. So I think they struck the knight, which means that you're chill. 2 or 7 is a shaman. And they didn't kill this person. 8 was affected by an evil. Okay. Well, you're 8, man. I guess you were affected by an evil because that they kind of stared at you there. So you're chill, you're chill. Okay. So let's... Root. Okay. 7 or 8. I'm gonna kill you. Okay, yep. Then you're double chill. 2 or 4, or 2 or 7. Ooh. So that means you're telling the truth. Whoops. Oh. Wait. Okay, 2 or 7 is a shaman. Wait. 2 or 7 is a shaman. 2 or 4 is a shaman. Oh. Oh, oh, it's a random evil minion. Right. Oh, right. That's right. I forgot that they're a random one, not just specifically an evil minion. Okay. It has been quite some time, if you can't tell. One is evil. 3, 4, 7. I was a witness. See, now I know you're not telling the truth. Because you got started at the original baker. So far, I mean, that seems to be pretty true. There are no outcasts because you would recognize them as evil, which tells me that you're telling the truth. As far as I could tell. I'm gonna agree with that. Okay. Number 6 is evil. Okay. That's, you know what? You're right, brother. Or at least in your mind you are. Specifically, you're like 12.5% grandma. Thanks, NL. Appreciate it, bud. Right, the witch. 1 card away from the closest evil, that's true. Okay, you couldn't kill them. Oh, wait, they changed the poison. Wasn't it a random one's corrupted? Now it's adjacent? I thought it was. I could be wrong. I think I remember they used to be random villagers. Okay, so the reason I did that is because I took this, I just went with this, that this would be true. that there's a pair of evil, and since they're recognized as evil, then they would be evil. Had one too many outcasts? Did I? What do you mean one? What do you mean one too many outcasts? Because I just went with what the deck showed me. Oh, unless you... Oh, okay. So outcast one, so one of these is going to be real, the other one's not? Is that what that's supposed to mean? One time, the poet called me an egg. Yeah, he's the egg. Yeah, exactly. Okay, okay. That's some fine print. I didn't really consider that. Okay, so there are two of these guys, and one of them is, I mean, unless there is the disguiser, infiltrator, whatever the hell they're called. There are three evils, brother. You are not telling the truth, but you could be corrupted. So we're gonna chill on you. Could not kill them. An alchemist or puppeteer. I'm not sure if that's the optimal way to use that, but I knew they have to mention alchemists and they would be telling the truth. Guess there could be telling the truth. True. I guess that's true because the puppeteer. Yeah, both mentioned roles are fake. So that means they're telling the truth. They're chill. Yeah, I guess I took this to be true because of puppeteer. It's pretty likely that we're gonna have two pairs. Number 5 is evil. 3 is corrupted. Okay. Unfortunate. Okay. Okay. Demons can double claim a good character. Okay. I see. I see. Maybe it's possible because if you're, this is not coming off as how it sounds, but if what you said is correct, if you're telling the truth and you're not corrupted, and that you said that they cannot disguise as a villager currently in play, then maybe I have seen one of them. I've seen this situation, but I got it wrong, so then I lost and I didn't know. That's possible. If you're not corrupted. Oh, this guy's an alchemist. That confirms there's not a villager alchemist on play. Okay, I'll have to try to keep that in mind. So it's one of these two. But I'm pretty sure you're lying. Which means you wouldn't be a puppet. Unless 2 pairs of evil means like 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna take that as truth. Fuck. Okay, so that was... Okay, so that is what that means. Okay. Well, at that point... I guess I should have gone for 9, assuming the Jester was true, but... Original Baker, you're chill. You're good. You were a fortune teller. Four, 7, 9. If you are mad, just calm down. So you have to be evil, because you cannot be corrupted. Which means you're lying. One, 5, and 7. Cured 1 corruption. Number 3 is a real doppelganger. Okay. That could be true. So here's... Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. If this guy cured a corruption, that would mean that the puka have to be... Assuming everyone here is telling the truth. Which is, you know, not a good idea. I know... Well, actually, I know you can't be corrupted because you would be cured. So, assuming everyone here is telling the truth, if you're the doppelganger, Confessor would likely be here. Puka could be here, and then you could be corrupted, but then be cured by the Alchemist. Which, you know, that might not be the case, but it's possible. True. Okay. True. Okay, so both of you are telling the truth. There is a cabbage. Yeah, because you see... I've never seen a video that did this, because you see the wretch is a cabbage, which that's gotta be a reference I don't get. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, but... Okay. Well, if that's true and that these guys are corrupted, but this is true. I guess you cured 1 corruption, which means you're cured. But you're also telling the truth. But if you're the doppelganger, you don't lie in disguise, I don't think. I guess the doppelganger can be corrupted? Okay, so doppelganger cannot be corrupted. Okay. You know what? I was actually pretty close, because I assumed everyone was telling the truth. And I thought it was like this, but it was like this. That's, you know what? It's pretty close. Zero corruptions. Definitely possible. 7 was affected by evil. Fortunately, I have no way of knowing if you've been corrupted, or if you've been corrupted. There is 1 evil. Okay. So you're good, and you're good. Means that one of these 2. Poisoner or Ba? Both of those are wrong. I guess technically it could have been the truth, because the Bombardier could be them, but I'm going to assume that's not going to be the case. Okay. I guess I should use the abilities. Okay. Being tricked with the Slayer can use the ability on dead characters. Really? It's interesting. I'm not really sure why I'd want to do that, but I guess that could give me some information. So you're chill. You're lying. But you could be corrupted. Are they corrupted? Number 6 evil, number 5 is corrupted. Okay. Well. Now, why'd you say that, man? Why'd you say that? Slayer's truthful, they won't say anything? Okay, really? I'll try that, because that seems odd. Number 5 is not corrupted? Oh, because they were evil. Okay. No evils adjacent to you? Demons cannot disguise outcasts? But I've seen a demon be a bombardier. I've seen that in a video I was watching someone playing this game recently. And I would offer to find it, but that's like 4 hours of... Minions can, demons cannot. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I love this game. That's specific enough to where I will probably never... Oh, you're chill. I will probably never be like, oh, I need to keep in mind that specifically. I'm probably not gonna do that. That's a little much. Where I'm remembering which ones are minions, which ones are demons. That just seems complex. Red is bad. I can just keep that in mind. There are no corrupted characters? That doesn't seem true. Because of this guy. Wretched does not appear as outcast. Okay. I was hoping they would give me that. There are no outcasts. Seems truthful. Then when you hover the minion demon tag. Yeah, I know that they say it. It's just that's specific enough to where I am not going to pay attention as to which one's which. Because there's several of these guys, and half of them are demons, half of them are minions. It just seems like a pain in the ass. Well, that sucks. Gotcha. Yeah, that seems like a lot of work. I'm gonna be real. False? Okay. I do appreciate some help though. I'm normally like a hey, please don't backseat kind of guy. But it's been a long time since I played this, so it's interesting to learn little specific mechanics. 8 is a real lover. Okay. Wait a minute. So if you two are both telling the truth, that would make sense. That would make sense for the 3 of you, actually. Doppelganger or lover. So that means that myself to explain mechanics. Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it. No, I appreciate the help you're giving me. It's been a good while since my last play of this. But I am having a good time. I fucking love this game, man. Okay. All right. Doppelganger or lover. And if that's telling me that, because you give me one role that's there, one role that's not, and if one of those is not a doppelganger or a lover, that means they're evil. All right. That means you're lying, and that means you're telling the truth. You are corrupted, which means that it's one of these two. True? You're telling the truth, which means that it would have to be you. Ooh, I like that's cute. Oh, wait! Wait, the puka. Oh. Okay. Oh, right, because the Plague Doctor corrupts. Right, of course. My bad. Zero corruptions. That makes sense. 3, 4, or 8. Original. Oh, you know what? You're chill. This is true. 3, 4, or 5. Number 2. It's number 2 is evil. This is satisfying. All right. Well, look. Many people are saying that you're evil. Okay. It's telling me that it is probably these two. Okay. Well, we had to kill a baker, but you know, we already had one in town, so. You cured one corruption, could be true. Would be huge if true. Okay. Now hold on. Now wait a minute. You're telling the truth. One is evil. You're telling the truth. Because one is evil. Okay. So my line was that what, or I guess my idea with that was one, if you cured a corruption, that means the corruption would have to be here. Or it would have to be one of these two. I guess that, maybe that wasn't a great play. Okay. Okay, see, like this, because if this is always a truthful statement, then that means that you would have had this guy as a villager currently in play. Which is what is getting me. There are no more outcasts. There is Wretch. Wretch does not appear as an outcast for you. Four, 5, and 7. Okay, well, here's the issue. Oh, right. They're not corrupted because they fixed it. Okay. Okay, my bad. There's a lot going on with this game. Sometimes I be forgetting shit. 2? Okay, well, first of all. We'll do this every time. 2 or 5 is the Chancellor, you say? That's just not true. He's right there. And if there's a pair of evil, that means I'm gonna kill you. Alright, you're chill. You're chill. One, 2, and 7. That is true. Now, wait, that's not true. You're 1 card away from corrupted character, which would mean one of these 2. Well, I know 5 is on a minion. I guess I should have checked that. You know what? Fuck it. Ooh. Okay, well, we got one. We got one. 1, 4, and 6. Okay, that made, you know, that made sense to me. How's everyone doing, by the way? Dude, that's a really good looking fortune teller skin. I like that. Don't be wrong, be correct instead. That's, you know what, that's a good point. Okay. Now here's the thing. One of you has got to be fake. Because you straight up. Number 4, shut up. Yeah, I kind of figured that one was evil. Means you're evil. Okay. Right, because if they're telling the truth and he's lying. Right. Okay. Yeah, that tells me the same thing. Okay, well, that can't be true. Now wait a minute, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me dissect this. So you were lying. You were lying about them, but you didn't tell them to shut up because they were evil. Hold on, let me kill this bot. You were lying about them. They were lying. If they were lying, they told them to shut up. Hurts my brain a little bit. Oh, right, because shaman, that means that there were duplicates. Right, okay. I love seeing a knight. I will try to stab them every day of the fucking week. You are so chill in my book. No, these guys really think number 2 was affected by evil, guys. I'm starting to think number 2 might have been affected by evil. 2 corruptions? That there can't even be 2 corruptions. What are you talking about, dog? I kill you straight up. 2 corruptions? A was affected by evil, which means that they're corrupted. One evil. Yeah. I'm getting that vibe. True. Yeah. Yeah, here's the issue. You can't all be telling the truth. Okay, so that means you were lying. Okay. Rambler ability only works on the first person that targets him. Oh, okay. I did not know that. You are not telling the truth. You are sus, and you are set to be killed. Number 6 is good. Okay. You're dizzy, huh? Then what about this fucking... I fucking hate the drunk, dude. I hate the drunk. Fuck! Oh. Okay, okay. Number 2 is good. Number 2 don't look so good to me, man. One card away from corrupted character. I'm inclined to believe that. Are they corrupted? Number 2 is not corrupted. And that means that they're fucking lying. Then that means you're fucking lying. What the fuck, man? Two is corrupted. Oh, that's interesting. That means you're corrupted. All right. You know, okay. You know what? There's a lot of little interactions I don't know about, but I think I do pretty good. I think I do pretty good overall.